Okay, so this is the most interesting photo I think will work with something else that you have on another layout, which is this type right here. So a lot of these layouts, they have a lot of problems. So I want you to maybe fix, combine some things. One thing, I'll just go through a couple of them so you can learn from it. One is you don't want to have any of these little strokes, the stroke that's around this box. You always want to just make the box the full page. The byline needs to be close to the title. The title needs to be treated like a type treatment, so it needs to be treated as one element. So the spacing, like how far away that it is from each other, is too far, so it needs to be closer. This is your lead in, and I do like the concept of a lead in being bigger, but then this typeface is a little bit weird and different from the other one. So this layout's not the best layout, so I'm just going to close this one. I do like the second image that you put in there. Professor Solis doesn't like to put two images of the same, you know, style photo, but I do like that sometimes you're having like a second image in there, maybe of him doing something other than just a portrait. So this one, I do like the type treatment on this and the circles that are in here, but I don't think that this image is very interesting. It's, he's really, really young here, and he never poses without a shirt. This is a very early image of him. So I would, and that's what he did, but then afterwards he never did that. So I wouldn't put that one. So let's get rid of that one. But I did copy this type treatment that you have here. Let's go to the other one. So this one, same thing, not working as well. Okay, and this one, the large lead-in is really kind of nice. You have to watch because any type that is in a different color, you have to change it. This should be capital. I know that right now it's lowercase, but you should go capital. So remember all these things, even though I'm going to focus on one layout, just remember all these other little things like this line that goes here. It's just kind of floating. If this line went behind his head and it was a different color, and it actually just is distracting. You do have pagination here, which is good. You have your page numbers, but on other layouts you don't. And I'm wondering if it's because you didn't put your page numbers on a master page and on the top layer. But anyway, so let's go to this. So this is the main one. Oh, I also looked at this one, but I thought this one's probably more interesting. So this one's the main one. What I want you to do is I want you to, and let me make there we go. Grab color. All right. So I want you to stop your text box right here. You know, that white transparent item that you have here. So I want you to stop it right there. I want you to take a look and make sure that you don't have these kind of things, which are called widows. And one of the ways to do it is to push this this word down to the next line. And how you do that is you use shift return. Don't push return, shift return. Shift return is a soft return, not a hard return. And that's the proper way to do it. So the next thing is that this is the byline. The byline needs to be close to the title. Okay, so that's important. And this title is weak. It's not the best. So I grabbed the other title. And so let's look real quick. This is the changes that I have. Okay, so I moved this up. So this was the title that you did on another page, which I thought was really good. So I'd like you to put that here. Also the byline, I'd like you to put somewhere up here or maybe even down here. And the byline maybe not white, maybe in a purple, but a really pale purple, like how you did it with these ones here. And then I liked the circle concept, so maybe bring the circle in. Let's grab this circle and maybe make it kind of around this quote that you have here, which is really kind of nice, and then bring another light colored circle in. And so if you could see, this is kind of cut right here. Now you could do two things. You can put a lead in here, or if you want it nice and clean, you could just bring this down and just have it just like that, which is really kind of nice. And the nice thing about this title treatment and the type treatment that you have and the way and where it is located, if I bring this down here, is it's really close to his eye. So lastly, which I couldn't really do because this is a Photoshop file and it's a JPEG, is you want to move this picture over. You don't want the gutter to cut into his eye. So I want you to move all of that over. So there you go. So you're going to take this whole picture and you're going to move this over so that his eyes are right here, right? And maybe right here. Okay. And what's going to happen is this quote is going to go closer to his face. And so having this circle will really work. So otherwise, I think that the type treatment's really good. And I think you have it all together. Just bring this whole over. So that means that when you bring this whole entire picture over, this picture's not going to, it's going to end. So you have to come into Photoshop and you have to add a background behind it. So you do have to work on that a little bit, but I would definitely move this slightly over. If you don't want to do a lot, then maybe move it over just so that his eye is not in the gutter right here. Okay, so that's all.